Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Krystal of Sapphire Glow Wellness. You can find me on Instagram. I have a Facebook group. Feel free to join that. I wanted to post my most recent yoga class. I do a Thursday night flow to bed yoga class, which is yin yang inspired, and it's really meant to help you wind down from the day, get a good stretch. And the most recent class I loved, so I wanted to record the video and share with you guys. So make sure that when you start any fitness program that you consult your physician and know that you are doing yoga with me at your own risk. All right, let's get started. So all you're going to need today is a yoga mat if you have blankets or pillows, bolsters, any sort of yoga props that are helpful to you. We're going to get started in easy seat, cross-legged position, and just wiggle back and forth. Make sure that you are comfortable in your sits bones. If this is not comfortable, you can sit in butterfly pose, cobbler's pose. Yoga is all about finding what is comfortable for you. So not going past your limits with your body and not stretching too hard to where you're feeling pulling or burning. Yoga is not about, my yoga is not about pushing and hurting yourself and seeing how far you can go. Yoga is about making space for where you are, for who you are, for working through thoughts. So we'll get started. And we're going to start with the Anjali Mudra, but first we're going to just rub our hands together, create a little bit of warmth. And then the Anjali Mudra, we're going to bring our hands to prayer at our heart center, closing our eyes. That is comfortable, taking a deep breath. Taking a few moments here to just close your eyes, breathing, calming any chaos from the day. If you're doing this in the morning, allow yourself to just refresh from your sleep. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. If it's comfortable to you, you can follow with the ocean breath. Making sure that your heart is over your hips, your head is over your heart. Centering yourself. Allowing your breath to flow naturally. And setting your intention for the day's practice. Keep focusing on your breath. Cultivating a sense of calm and grounding energy. Allow any and all energy that does not belong to you, any thoughts and emotions that you may have picked up along the way. Allow it to release down through your sits bones and into the earth for transmutation. We're going to be here for a few more minutes. Remember to just breathe through your nose. Allowing any thoughts to just float by like a cloud. When you're ready, you can bring your arms down, shake them out, shake your hands out. Do any sort of wiggling that you may need to. Sometimes wiggling is really good to just get the excess energy out and kind of recenter ourselves back to a calming, grounded state. So we're going to bring our arms all the way up and then reaching over to the right, allowing the breath to flow naturally, feeling that stretch on the left side of your body. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Remembering to keep both hips on the ground as square as possible. And then coming back up to center and moving to the other side. Breathing deeply. Try not to sink your shoulders in. Keep your shoulders open, your chest open, your heart open. One more round of breath here. In through the nose and out to the nose. Coming back up, we're going to do that one more time. Going to the other side. Feeling that stretch in the right side of the body down to the outer hip. Coming back up to center. And last time. Move all the way up. If it is comfortable, we're going to stretch forward into a nice forward fold. If you can bring your arms all the way down to the floor, you are welcome to do that. Just make sure that your back is nice and straight. So stretching up and then leaning forward from the hips. If you can go down to the ground, great. Staying in easy seat if that's comfortable. If that is not comfortable, you're always welcome to come into butterfly. And we're going to hold here for about 1 minute. If you need to bring your feet forward or back, if you are sitting in butterfly, feel free to do that if that is comfortable for you. Remember to melt your shoulders back and down. Keeping your hips on the ground, your sits bones on the ground. And when you're ready, we're going to start to come out of that. Going to go roll over our ankles and we're going to move into tabletop position, moving into cat-cow. So staying in tabletop for now. Make sure that your wrists are in line with your shoulders, knees in line with the hips. If you need to wiggle a little bit, do that. We're going to move into cat-cow. We're going to do 1 minute, give or take, of cat-cow. So for cow, we're going to breathe in, pulling your belly down to the ground, lifting your head up, and breathing out. We're going to go into cat. We're going to push, arch our back like a cat. Moving back slowly into cow. This class is about moving slowly. And then back into cat. Keep going at your own pace. I will let you know when we are ready to move on. Make sure that you are pushing into the fingertips, the thumbs, so that you are releasing any excess pressure from your wrists and your hands. And do one more round here, and we will meet in tabletop. Remember to keep a very neutral spine in tabletop. And then from here, you can either come to easy seat or we're going to come to hero's pose. We're going to bring our hands out, taking our left wrist, fold it down, and just apply a little bit of pressure. Give your wrist a little bit of a stretch. Remember to keep breathing. The breath is very important. And then we're going to switch. Do some circles with your wrists, one way and then the other. Then we are going to come back into tabletop. We are going to move into puppy pose or melting heart pose. So with this pose, we are going to, it's very similar to a downward dog, except we are on our knees and we just stretch our arms forward, lifting our hips. If you can, melt your heart to the ground. If this is uncomfortable for you, you are welcome to bring your forearms to the ground. Just lifting those hips, melting your heart into the ground, opening your heart. We're going to be here for 1 minute. Remember to breathe through the nose. Remember to tuck that belly button in toward the spine. Always remember to keep breathing. We've got about 30 more seconds here. And when you're ready, we're going to come back to tabletop, neutral spine, moving back and forth, getting some wiggles out. If you want to do some cat cows. We're going to move into child's pose. So with child's pose, we're going to spread our knees as wide as the mat. If this is comfortable for you with your hips, bring your big toes to touch. We're going to push back and stretch those arms out long. If you can bring your chest, your forehead to the ground. We're going to be here for about 2 minutes. If this is not comfortable, you are welcome to do child's pose with your knees together, reaching the arms forward, or you can reach your arms back with your palms up. If you need to, feel free to place any blocks or bolsters underneath your bum so that you can release tension in the hips. And just stay here for 1 more minute. Remember to keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Sigh it out if you need to. Allow yourself to just be right here. When you're ready, we're going to come back up to tabletop. We're meeting a lot in tabletop today. We're going to take our right arm. So I'm going to switch. Taking our right arm, we're going to thread the needle. We're going to bring our right arm all the way up. If you cannot go that far, if you can only go here, go to where your body allows. Deep breath in, and we're going to thread our right arm through our left arm, relaxing down onto our right shoulder, keeping that left hand stable on the ground, resting your head down, breathing here. We're going to be here for a few more moments. If this is not comfortable, you are welcome to bring your arms down here or not go as far into the pose. Try and keep your hips square. Take one more round of breath here on your own. And then we're going to bring the arm all the way back up. We're going to unwind and we're going to come back down to tabletop. And then we are going to reverse that. So taking a breath in, bringing the left arm up to where it's comfortable, and then thread through that needle, keeping that right hand stable, keeping your hips as square as possible. Resting your cheek, your forehead, your face onto the mat. Remembering to breathe. Close your eyes if it is comfortable. Take one more round of breath here. And then take another breath in. Bring that arm back all the way up. And then back down into tabletop. Now we're going to go cross your ankles and we're going to transition over our feet back into easy seat. And we're going to do a forward bend here. So we're going to lift our arms all the way up. Deep breath in and forward fold from your hips. We're going to do this. We already did this, but we're going to do this one more time. If you can rest your forearms on the ground, you can rest your hands, whatever, only go as far as your body allows. And make sure you are breathing. We're going to be here for 1 minute. And your back nice and straight, melting your shoulder blades down and back. And one more deep breath in and letting it out. We're going to slowly walk back up to easy seat. And we're going to move into butterfly pose. So butterfly or cobbler's pose, we are going to bring our feet together. Just wiggle back and forth if you need to. Moving the flesh away from your sits bones so that you're seated square on the ground. Just sitting here for a minute. If you are comfortable bending folding forward over your feet, you are welcome to do that. If you are just comfortable sitting here and just allowing your hips to open, we will be here for 1 more minute. And then we're going to come back up, bring your knees together. You need a windshield wiper them back and forth. And we're going to do some hip stretches. So coming from easy seat, we're going to move into a lunge with our right foot forward. So if a higher lunge is not comfortable for you, you're welcome to keep your knee on the ground. If you need to put an extra blanket or bolster under your knee for support, please do that. Make sure that your knee does not go past your toes. And we are going to stay into our right lunge. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Take 3 more rounds of breath on your own. And when you are done with that, we're going to come up. We're going to push up into Warrior One. You can remain on your knee if that's more comfortable for you. Breathing in and breathing out, we're going to cactus the arm. Do that 4 times. When you're done, moving into Warrior Two, you're going to turn your hips to the left. Feet are flat on the ground. Breathing in, breathing out, turning that right hand up, reaching back, reverse warrior. And from here, we're going to cartwheel our arms down. We're going to move into a high plank. And then we are going to shift our hips back into downward dog. Bend those knees if you need to. Bring that belly button up to the spine. Breathing here for 4 rounds of breath on your own. All right, so from here, we're going to reverse that. We're going to bring our left foot forward into high lunge. Taking 4 rounds of breath in high lunge. Making sure to keep that belly button tucked into the spine. Remember, if you need to bring the knee down, you are welcome to do that. When you are done with 4 rounds of breath, we're going to come up to Warrior One left side. Breathing in, and on the out breath, you're going to cactus the arms. 3 more times on your own. When you're done with that, we're going to move into Warrior Two. Taking a breath here. Flipping that left hand forward, reaching back into warrior two. And breathing in, we're going to cartwheel back down, moving our feet back into high plank, and then going all the way back into downward dog. We're going to take 2 rounds of breath here. Pedal your feet out if you need to. You are always welcome to bend your knees. Make sure that you are pressing into the index fingers and the thumbs, taking the weight off your wrists. When you're ready, we're going to shift forward to high plank. We're going to lower down to chaturanga. And from here, lower your body all the way down and spread your feet as wide as the mat. You can place one hand over the other, resting your forehead on your hands. We're just going to take 2 rounds of breath here, natural breath on your own. Allowing the body to just relax and decompress. After those 2 rounds of breath, we're going to bring our feet up and we're going to windshield wiper our feet back and forth. Try to keep the hips on the ground. And then we're going to just make circles with our feet, circles with our ankles, one way and then the other. Always remembering to breathe. We're going to place our feet back down and we're going to move into Sphinx pose. And we are going to be holding our Sphinx pose for about 2 minutes. So keeping our forearms on the ground, lifting our shoulders up, head is looking forward. Opening your chest, opening your heart, melting your shoulder blades down. Remembering to breathe. We've got about 1 more minute here. If this is not comfortable to you, you are welcome to come back down, resting your head on your hands. Otherwise, just come up to having your forearms on the ground. Make sure that your head is looking forward, but not up and arching. We want to be really gentle on our neck. And if you are comfortable, we're going to just push up into a high Sphinx. And then we're going to look over our right shoulder. And then over our left shoulder. One more time over our right shoulder. And again over our left shoulder. And then from here, we're going to press back up into a downward dog, our last downward dog of the session here. Take 4 rounds of breath here on your own. Lifting the hips. If you can bring your feet flat to the ground, great. If not, that is great too. Go to where you are comfortable. Tucking that belly button to the spine, pressing into the fingertips, the thumbs. Shaking your head no, shaking your head yes. And we're gonna come down through tabletop. We're gonna cross our ankles and we are going to move through easy seat. And we're gonna lay back down, vertebrae one at a time, letting your body rest, wiggling your hips back and forth if you need to. Deep breath in and hug your knees to your chest. We can wiggle back and forth here, doing some small circles with your knees, just massaging that lower back, and then going the other way. Go really slow with these. Take your time. One more big hug, and then we are going to rest into Shavasana, which is laying flat on our backs. If it's comfortable, grab a pillow, put a pillow under your head, pillow under your knees, grab a blanket. I am going to be in easy seat. I'm going to guide you through a lovely Shavasana here. Relaxing your body on the ground, letting your feet splay out. Putting your hands either down on the ground or palms up. Closing your eyes and allowing yourself to just be calm and be in this space here. Starting at the very crown of your head, notice any sensations. Allow the muscles at the crown of your head to relax. If you are holding any tension in your forehead or in your eyebrows, if you're scrunching your eyebrows, allow those to relax now. Relax your forehead, relaxing any tension in your face, in your cheeks, any tension you might be holding in your jaw. Releasing any tension that you're holding in your neck, the sides of your neck, your upper shoulders. Any tension in your shoulder blades, your upper back. Allow yourself to melt to the floor. Any tension you're holding in your upper arms, let that relax. Relaxing your lower arms, relaxing your hands, your fingers, allowing your lower back to relax, your hips to relax, your upper thighs to relax, your lower legs, your shins to relax, your ankles and your feet, allowing them to relax. Allow yourself to just be here for the next 5 minutes. Gently awaken your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, bringing your awareness back to the room that you are in. Take a big overhead stretch and slowly roll to one side in the fetal position, either on the right or the left, with your bicep cradling your head. Slowly push up into easy seat. Flutter your eyes open and bring your hands back to prayer at your heart center. Thank you for joining me for this yoga class. I hope you are relaxed and limber and feeling great. And may you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. Thank you for joining me.